So check out my meter lights. This is what I've been wanting to do for a long time. Back in 2019, I was telling that guy on the radio, Utah Lost Dog, about it. So here in East Tennessee here, I did this about 2 days ago when I put this in here. I put a meter light during about a week ago, but 2 days ago I put this in here. It's a 9-volt plug. Usually that's a 9-volt plug, and what you do, you cut off the end of it and you hook it up with this wire here. There's actually 2 wires of hooking up to here. Also it's hooked up to another wire. Let's see, I'll show you. Yeah, there's 2 wires inside of this in one cord. There's one hooking up to here inside of this, and this one is running a second meter light all the way out to here. And you put it underneath the SWR mirror or near it, and it should not heat it that much. This is on my antenna matcher I bought about a couple of weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, which you can get these on eBay. This one's about a $40 one I bought, about $29 I paid for this antenna matcher. They're very rare to get, but the other one is an antenna matcher below, but this one is a pretty good, decent one. We're going to try that when we get a chance. I'm still setting up my radio here, and I'm still trying to put an antenna in a tree, the one with the 102 I made a while back, but we'll be able to show that when we get a chance. But right now, all I have to do is, these are the lights are inside the meter light right here. They're inside of this one. You can buy these on eBay for $5 for like a 10-pack of these. And I'll show you in a second how we can hook it up with a battery. See, that's actually hooked up with a 9-volt battery. I wrapped up some duct tape and hooked up these things. These little things are very tiny and small. They look like those. And it's hooked up to a 9-volt battery that will work fine. But you could hook up anything, like they go high as rate as 12 volts. And they actually will go in your meter lights. So I'm putting this on my main YouTube channel, Foxman 362 on YouTube. But I have a second channel called Foxman 362 World Radio, I think it is. And that's actually where all the radios, you can see the video gates on that channel. It's my second YouTube channel for to run the CB radio gates out there, or other different radio video gates out there. You guys check that out when you get a chance. But this channel, I usually put a video out here once in a while. Usually when I get one each time. Pretty quite good. And this is actually a meter light, you guys can see. It's very quite good. So I'll show you where you get these lights at. But the last time I did one of these lights, I actually had a solder, but these don't have no solder inside. It's just grill tape and electric tape inside of these. That's what they are. See, that's where they hook up these little pins, look like those. You gotta hook these pins up with the wires on both sides. Make sure they don't touch each other, be okay. And that's what you do. And that's what they look like inside of these meter lights. They're inside of them, and they'll be in this little radio soon when I get a chance. But this is pretty quite good. This one has the antenna SWR mirror, the modulation percentage, and all that stuff. It can go up to these 100 watts, but that's the maximum. But with a switch, but this will give me an idea on this one. And this one is just a regular SWR meter. You can actually put them in there, and they're hard. They're not very hard. If you put 12 volts in, it'll make it a little hotter, but it'll be okay. But even the light bulbs I have there, they'll actually work for 12 volts. So you could run it on your radio with 12 volts, it'll be fine. And that's my other antenna matcher. But I still have all my other ones I haven't found yet, because I moved about 2 months ago. I still haven't found my other antenna matcher yet, or my other power supply I have to get real soon, and my TRC 418. And once I get that, it'll be okay. And these radios are here, pretty good. Pretty quite good. This one's run on my speaker wire, but this is on my second YouTube channel. My video gates are showing the channels here in East Tennessee. You gotta look up Foxman 362 World Radio, I think it is, or World Radio Foxman 362, but it's usually Foxman 362 World Radio. Either way, it's actually out there. But this is my Kinwheel. This still works quite good, but this radio I gotta get it repaired. This came out pretty good, except it needs to repair on this part, but it still transmits and receives. This one needs definitely repair, because this has problems right here a lot. It doesn't transmit or receive, but probably needs capacitors replaced. This one needs definitely repair here on the bottom. Not on the bottom here, the Sears Rotaker, this one here needs its cap to be done. These 4 radios need definitely repair, because the Ranger needs to be re-tapped or put a new display in it. That's what it needs, like for the older ones. And it's pretty good. I still have the old display, the cracked one, but it was a modified one for the channel thing it actually had it. But I put a new one inside of it for a different model inside of this one, but it doesn't transmit or receive. But I have to get a new display that matches this model here, and also it needs all the capacitors replaced and fixed to get it transmit and receive and get it working. So these are okay. Just wanted to show you an update on the meter lights, because if anybody wants to learn how to do these, it's not very hard. I'm using 22 gauge wire on this, and you can hook it up to your power supply plug, which outlet plug like this will work. What you do is just cut off one of these ends here. Just cut off this end here like you had on your adapter, and just mostly attach the wires right here. Make sure they're not touching. Make sure they're touching on the same side as the other ones. Make sure they're not touching each other. Make sure you duct tape it first. Duct tape the first half you have, like of your wires. Then throw your layer tape on top of it. So I'm not using no solder on it so it doesn't cause either way. And this other one is pretty quite good. You can't tell by the light, but on camera it looks quite good. So it's quite good either way. So I hope people enjoyed this video. We'll probably bring out some more videos sometime soon when we get contacts out there on radio or do other videos. So this is Foxman 362. You have a wonderful week this week, and catch you all later.